Hello, everyone. My name is Wayne Smith, and this is 4D Finance News. There's some great news out there, although it can be a little depressing, but it's good to know. There's no sense in hiding or burying your head in the sand when there's news out there that is financial that concerns you and your legacy. There's a bank, UBS. You might have heard it in the news. Wall Street on Parade has actually presented some investigative reporting that I found very interesting. UBS was quietly bailed out. Many people don't know this. They were bailed out in 2008. Now it's getting $173 billion backstop to buy Credit Suisse at 82 cents a share. Now, 82 cents a share at first glance might seem like a bargain, but let's look at some specifics. You see, UBS is the Swiss banking giant, and the Central Bank of Switzerland, the Swiss National Bank, is a key player in this. It's the very same central bank that had quietly bailed out UBS during the financial crisis of 2008 with the assistance of dollar swap lines from the Federal Reserve of the U.S. We call it the Fed here, the Central Bank of the U.S., the Federal Reserve. So there were some terms, and the way the UBS bailout went in 2008, it was by the audit of the Fed's emergency bailout facilities from December 2007 to July 2010 that was conducted by the Government Accountability Office, the GAO. You can look that up. It's actually an office, and it's supposed to be looking at accountabilities of financial institutions. It wasn't released until July of 2011. So 3-4 years passed, then it was released. I'm going to read a quote. In October 2008, according to Federal Reserve Board staff, the Federal Reserve Board allowed the Swiss National Bank to use dollars under its swap line agreement to provide special assistance to UBS, a large Swiss banking organization. Specifically, on October 16th, 2008, the Swiss National Bank announced that it would use dollars obtained through its swap line with FRBNY, that's the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, to help fund an SPV, or special purpose vehicle, it would create to purchase up to $60 billion of illiquid assets from UBS. That sounds like trouble, doesn't it? We're going to continue on with our quote. According to FRBNY data from December 11th, 2008 through June 2009, Swiss National Bank drew dollar amounts generally not exceeding about $13 billion to help fund this SPV that served a function similar to that of the Maiden Lane's SPVs. Federal Reserve Board staff acknowledged that this was an atypical use of swap line dollars, as the swap line agreements were initially designed to help foreign central banks provide dollar loans broadly to institutions facing dollar funding strains. End of the quote. So it was unusual. There's a lot of reasons why. This bailout of a bailout of a bailout. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York is located across the street of Maiden Lane in Lower Manhattan. It created Maiden Lane's Special Purpose Vehicle, or SPV. The first one, the second one, and the third one, in order to create a shield-like or wall around its bailout of JP Morgan's takeover of Bear Stearns. Look back in history. You'll see all this is true. But underneath, you have to ask yourself why. Why was this report released 4 years later? Why is this just coming out now? Because financial institutions right now are coming under attack. Look at it this way. We are considered dumb retail. We are considered not too sophisticated investors, retail investors. So we make many mistakes, and it's true we do. But we don't make mistakes of this magnitude. And so we're going to continue on because it goes a little further and it gives us some things to really think about. Swiss regulators have decided that shareholders will not get to vote on the terms of the merger, which prices Credit Suisse shares at 82 cents. 82 cents. That's half of where it closed just a few days ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days ago. Half. What a bargain. So we see this. This is really risky. And U.S. regulators allowed J.P. Morgan Chase to become riskier and more of a threat to financial stability by bulking up with purchases of Bear Stearns in 2008. And of course, there was Washington Mutual thrown in there as well. Look back in history. History is repeating itself. This problem was never fixed. This problem that we see that's holistic and endemic of financial malfeasance. It has never been fixed since 2008. But that's just a point for thought. Keep it in mind. When you trade, if you're in certain trades and you find yourself a little disgusted at the financial system, this is just my opinion. You might be disgusted with it. You might see that there's malfeasance. There are ways of complaining to the proper authorities. But this is just to let you know that this type of financial shenanigans, so to speak, in my opinion, again, is going on. This is Wayne Smith, 4D Finance News, and I'm out.